Hey, good morning everybody, Mike here. I want to record my first YouTube video. It's been a couple of months since I was in San Diego thinking about how to share my journey. And before I really talk about real estate and syndication and multifamily investing, I thought it'd be good to just talk a little bit about, and this will be the first of a few videos. I'm going to try to do about 7 or 8 videos around just financial literacy and thinking about your future, thinking about what we've done, what I've done, to prepare for where I am today. But really, as this pandemic has come down, it's really exposed a lot of weaknesses fundamentally in our society, in our teachings, in our schools, in our government. And this is not a political video. This is really about you and what you're in control of. And I'm just speaking freely here at this point, but I think that we have to think about ourselves first, and we have to have a plan. And I am in this entrepreneurial role now, and I felt comfortable taking the leap, right? I took action. A lot of people talk about things and never do them, so I took action, but I only took action because I had a plan, right? I created a plan. I had years and years of experience and knowledge and studying to create a plan, so then I can then execute it. I also have a very supportive family that was willing to come along with me on this journey, and there's risk, absolutely, right? Most people would think that, a married guy with 2 kids who had a very, very good job was eliminated, right? That I would immediately go into panic mode and just go find another job and just never pursue it. Other people would then say, man, you're crazy for trying to start a business during a pandemic, right? So let's look back in a year and think about the success that, you can create in any opportunity, in any climate, right? You have to be able to first start with mindset. And I think about a video I saw this morning actually about mindset and dreaming, and think about whatever you want to do, you can do. It's super cliche. It sounds like a cat poster, but whatever your mind and goals are, you can make them reality. You just have to do it, right? Write it down, put it on a piece of paper, put it on something that you can see every day. I have my business goals are on the wall. My why, what is my why? And my why has everything to do with our family and our time to be able to go do and be wherever we want to be, right? To be able to give back and contribute to society, right? Those are some things that I want to do, and I want financial independence and a great deal of wealth to be able to share with the areas that I choose, and to be able to, again, replace that time instead of being on a job. People have the cash flow and the income to do what I want to do when I want to do it, right? And so that's my why. And so I wrote that down back in January. I also wrote down my business goals of having a certain number of units under management, a certain cash flow number that I wanted. And so you start with that. And then you have to reverse engineer and go, how do I get there? And it starts by taking a step, right? Moving forward, taking action every single day, having purpose. And so I'm not going down the rant of making this a Tony Robbins video, but you have to take action, and you have to take action for yourself. And you cannot rely on the government, your parents, the lottery, whatever things you think can happen will only happen if you make them happen. And so the next 5 or 6 videos are really around you taking and me sharing some ideas, some tips on things you can take to insulate your life, right? To protect yourself, to quarantine your life, your money, and to ensure that you're here and successful, and can continue to grow and create generational wealth for you and your family. That's not so easy. It's not so easily done. It's not really in one place. It's in lots of books. It's in lots of videos. It's in lots of podcasts. And I'm going to share some of the places and content that I listen to that's helped me get educated and prepared. But any of you can do this. It's just a matter of, are you willing to, number one, recognize that there's an opportunity to change, an opportunity to get better. Then 2, if there is that opportunity, which there should be, are you willing to take a little bit of a leap? Are you willing to pivot, change, evolve, take one step forward? Any and all of those things, right? This is not an overnight success. I think about the gym. I think about fitness as a good analogy. I've been on a fitness journey, I think, for the last 5 or 6 years, but I really didn't do anything about it every day. And the last year, sorry, my neighbors are driving by. The last year, I focused on working out 4 days a week. And I have a incredible neighbor that is a personal trainer, and I signed up with him, and he's my accountability to at least show up a couple days a week. And started with that, and I started to build the muscles and mechanics to just force my body to get up and go work out. Once I got there, I did great, right? But your brain is designed to keep you safe and to do the least amount of work. And so your brain will convince you to not get up in the morning, to not push yourself, and you have to break through that. And so I think about financial fitness the same way. Is it's real easy to fall back and just, again, this is not about saving $5 at Starbucks and making your own coffee. That's what I do, but that's not why I do it. I do it because I like good coffee and Starbucks sucks. But you can take small actions every single day and start to think about and plan your life. You can think about, what are the key 3 or 4 things that are going to keep me insulated? Example, right? Do I have an emergency fund? That's one. Do I have what's my retirement plan look like? And I'll talk about a whole video on just retirement and a little bit of the 401k sham, but it's what are you doing to create income for yourself? Have you invested, right? So are you saving? Are you investing? What are you doing to boost your own income? The greatest way to create wealth is to increase your income, right? Today, right? And that could be a side hustle. It could be asking for a raise at your job. Again, I'll throw some resources at you to listen to some books on how to go about negotiating salary or salary increase, right? I'm not the one place to do everything, right? But I'm just trying to share a couple of different ideas. Life insurance, what do you do if you get hit by a truck tomorrow, right? What about your family? Those are some areas, so think about. So education, savings for your kids, your own savings, number one priority. Income growth, what are you doing to grow your income? And then what are you doing for the future, right? Are you investing? Your money today will be worth less tomorrow. Post-COVID, we're going to see massive inflation hit us. And inflation has been in place silently for forever, but really we're going to see a huge spike. And if you don't know what that means, look it up. But basically that means everything around us is going to cost more. So your $10,000, $100,000 in the bank today will buy you less tomorrow, right? Buy you less in a year. And so simply parking money is good, but it'll make you feel good about it, but it's actually worth less, right? Each and every day. So you got to put that money to work. You got to get it to generate some kind of income. So those are the things we'll talk about. And eventually we'll get into real estate and why I chose real estate as my investment vehicle for my own generational wealth, but also to help others grow their wealth. We'll talk a little bit more about that. So it looks like I'm about the 7, almost 8 minute mark, so I'll stop talking. First video in the books. Later.